Hi everyone, it is me, Carbundance. Welcome to my 365 days from eating disorder or quasi recovery to real recovery. Today we're talking about the day before my birthday. So my birthday is the April 22nd, so the whole world knows now. And I'm talking about the day before my birthday 1 year ago and then a week ago. And 1 year ago, I was still, as you see on my screen, very much compensating. Essentially event restricting. I mean, I didn't really have to change anything about what I ate here because I was already restricting big time, and I was still in the conviction that I was really recovering because I ate the minimum guidelines, like the calorie minimum of the Minimod guidelines, but the type of foods were so much restricted, it's ridiculous. Always eat as much high carb, low fat vegan foods as you want. That's a screenshot from then. Your taste will dictate when you are finished or need something else. Well, newsflash, that applies to anything you eat. You don't have to eat high carb, low fat vegan foods for that to work. Your taste and your mental hunger and your physical hunger, they will all be one and in union once you are out of energy deficit. That's also a screenshot from then. I'm in a puffed mood, and she's basically saying all puffed cereals are yum but will never keep you full. It's empty calories with basically just air and not much nutrient left. And then she talks about combining it with fat and protein so you're getting full. And that is, it flashes me now, because her account is basically wanting to help people with eating disorders, and she also comes from a background of eating disorder, and that's just something that she puts out publicly that I think is a big it just rings the alarm, I think, because that's not something that you should think or talk, that you should even feel the need to think if you are in real recovery. Just my 2 cents here. Okay, so this was that looks delicious, guys, and I would eat that anytime. It's basically frozen bananas and carob powder. But then, I was combining it with the salad because I was trying to get in my greens and just eating like the most easy to digest foods there are. And I mean, that looks so delicious, and I still eat that, but I would use cacao powder now because I'm not sensitive to it anymore. But then I also, on this day, I took this screenshot, definitely go 100% low fat raw to lose fat and no salt. Like, why in the world, how could I call myself being in real recovery or think and really believing that I was in real recovery and getting into this crap stuff? Like, that raises red flags all over the place. So this is 1 week ago, 1 day before my birthday. I had my beloved chocolate oatmeal. We were cheersing there with coffee, which I was also 1 year ago, I was super sensitive to. I'm not anymore, so I'm very glad about that. I also put extra cacao on top because why not? I just love that I'm not sensitive to chocolate anymore. Also, please excuse my outfit there. It's just a warm, comfy jacket. I'm not in the army now, and also my hair and stuff. It's just genuinely how I woke up, and what I do first thing in the morning is have breakfast. We both have. David is not always hungry, neither physically nor mentally. I always am, and it doesn't surprise me after all of... Das Gehirn, es ist nichts drinnen. Oh, das hat jetzt aufgenommen. I was basically surprised that it was already recording. Wird ja sowieso irgendwann mal berühmt mit meinen krassen Lyrics. Yeah, I'm just talking nonsense there. But my humor is back. I did not have that type of humor 1 year. Like, I had it in my heart, it was in my genes, but it was not being expressed because I was still in my eating disorder. Here, like, what I wanted to say is, David is not always hungry, neither mentally nor physically in the morning, but I am, and it doesn't surprise me because I've been restricting most part of my life, like, and that's just, I do not compare myself anymore, and I have a very blessed mental and physical hunger, and I respond to it anytime. So I was eating a blueberry banana ice cream here, and I love it when it's melted, and you know, like a little bit melted, and it's just something. I just love to eat this, but I do not have any fear of anything else. Like, if I had craved something else in that moment, I would have eaten that. The fact that it was my birthday the next day and there were probably going to be special foods or anything, and I was also actually going on a trip on my birthday with my family. So I knew about that, and it's just so crazy to me that 1 year ago it would have led me to restrict even more, like eating even more clean. You guys know I was eating a lot of calories already, like in comparison to other people, like normal people, but I still think it was not enough for me. Like, I know that after having gone through real recovery, like the minimum guidelines, the minimum of the minimum guidelines were not enough for me to really recovery. Go figure, like, who would have thought? Because it's actually a minimum, right? And I was not treating it as a minimum. Okay, so recovery is bad as fuck. Anorexia. Less crying at the dinner table, real ice cream, feeling warm, learning to love yourself, eating what you bake, being able to socialize, watching TV that doesn't... Okay, and all of that stuff. It's just basically everything that has come back into my life. Okay, another very similar like screenshot from that day. Only 2 ingredients needed is puffed cereal and like melted chocolate. I mean, that's fine, and I would eat that anytime if someone offered me that, but I want you guys to remember that you can just eat the conventional, normal, you know, real stuff that you can buy at the supermarket. There's puffed rice in there and then chocolate around it. You don't have to make your own version, okay? That's something I really had to learn. I had another chocolate for me. Oatmeal, I just love it. And also, it's not everything I ate on that day. I do have my snacks. I was talking about that in my other video. I do have my snacks regularly, like every day, and it's just a pain in the ass to actually whip out my iPhone every single time I am eating something, putting something into my mouth, because for me, eating is nothing regulated. It just happens, and it happens a lot of times, and in between, and like snacking and all of that stuff. And so it's just know that I have a candy bar or a cookie or whatever in between, or also fruit or whatever, like whatever I think of at any moment I will eat. Yeah, okay, just a reminder that serving sizes are bullshit. Eat the amount of peanut butter that feels good and satisfies you. Yes, I mean, who would ever know how much peanut butter you are allowed to have? It's like food is nothing you have to deserve and nothing that you have to earn. Like you actually deserve it by nature. Okay, this is just a screenshot from a video of Abby Sharp. I am neutral about Abby Sharp, but aim for 0.8 to 1 gram of fat per kilogram of body weight. It's just, I want you guys to know that you do not have to calculate any kind of fat grams. You eat all the fat you want mentally, okay? It's something that you really require in your recovery. But I just wanted to point out that you do need fat. It's not, as you saw there, it's not something you can just say, well, I'm just gonna restrict that macronutrient and that's it. Just saying. Being able to just snack out a huge share bag, no need to count, measure or worry, just listening to my body and however many crisps at once is so freeing. Yes, and it's more than a serving size. That's also something that's so new in my life, not portioning out anything, just eating out of the huge bag. And that's something that you have to do in order to really recover. How cute are these? Okay, tonight's been one of those nights I've snacked even though I wasn't physically hungry for anything. I didn't crave anything specific, so I've picked at different bits and bobs. Times like this, where I have no real hunger or craving, would have been the perfect excuse to restrict. And well, now she's not doing that anymore, and that's just something that I also do on the regular. It's when I'm not physically hungry, which happens sometimes, then my mental hunger will actually lead me, and believe it or not, but that's what the mental hunger also is for. It counts just as much as the physical hunger. Okay, so oatmeal was either movement or food. They were enemies and opposites in my brain. They couldn't go together. One was used to earn the other, and now they're both just parts of life as they should be. Walking, munching, breathing, living. I love that, and just keep it. That's how it is for me now. But don't forget that you have to abstain from movement altogether for some time when you start recovery. In other news, that is when you are actually pretty much recovered. In other news, I was craving some fresh salad with my lunch. I bet there are people early in recovery reading that thinking, yeah, right. But true food freedom and allowing all foods unconditionally doesn't lead you to just want dense foods constantly. It probably will at first in the long term. You know, it's just, yeah, that's exactly how it went for me. Just spent 15 pounds on my sushi for tonight, and my head was loud telling me I'm wasting money. Is there food at home? Yes, but a fancy sushi. Stop letting restriction rule your life in every aspect. Extra calories, extra money, it's called living. Money spent on food is not money wasted. You're allowed to get food you enjoy. Also something that I'm still really working on, but yes, it trickles the eating disorder and the scarcity mindset, and you know, not being able to waste or use something inefficiently. It trickles down into every aspect of your life and every area of your life, and so that's something that I am so grateful for, that I am rewiring everything in my life, and that's why have become already, but also am still becoming a whole different person, like the person that I actually have always been in my heart, but was not able to be expressed by my actions and by my being and by my soul, because I was caught and enslaved in the eating disorder. And so hope this video helped for today. Please let me know by giving a thumbs up, smash the like button, share this video with a friend, help this channel grow, and I see you tomorrow. Also, don't forget Mondays are live stream days, so set yourself a reminder for that. See you!